Welcome to SCF, the home of the biocommercial cold press juicer. This is our latest model, the Mark V. Since our launch 2 years ago, the Mark V now, we've completely changed the top design. We've made it more simpler instructions, more simpler controls, so any user should be able to use it fairly simply now. Not only that, we've added more safety features to stop anybody from getting injured whilst operating the machine. As you can see, the new design is a smaller design with a lovely curve, and we've taken the control system and made it smaller. Not only that, the pressure gauge is nicely visual, and we've also got the new splashbacks which were on the earlier models of the Mark IV. Not only that, we've also tweaked the performance to give it more of a yield. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate another cycle to show you the Mark V model. The Mark V model boasts a simpler operation on the instruction panel. Each part is colour-coded and sectioned off for easier operation by the machine operator. So we have the main power at the top, then we have the grinder in the middle, and then we have the hydraulics at the bottom. Each one's colour-coded by red, green and blue, so it's fairly simple. We turn the main power on here, which I've done already, and then the grinder light ready indicates that the grinder is ready to be switched on. If this light isn't on, it means that the press is away from the safety feature, which then stops the grinder from using, so that when you're pressing, no one can get injured up here. Also, another safety feature is the fact that when the hopper's off, it also will not work because the blade has been exposed. So what I'm going to do now is, obviously I've turned it on, we'll start the grinder. This is the speed control bell here.
Full speed.
We'll turn the speed up. As you can hear, it's fairly quiet for a machine of this size. Now we're on full speed. Obviously, I don't need the hydraulics until we do the press side. As you can see, the splash guards are protecting the surrounding environment from any of the produce splashing out. Bio can handle very big produce. Because of its large hopper, it can take big produce whole. As you can see, I can feel the hopper fairly well, and I can't really reach the blade for a safety feature. make sure you're always checking the bag to make sure you don't overfill the bag. The bag should really be about 3/4 full, leaving space for when you press, it doesn't spill over. It can even handle big fruit. All holes, so no need for chopping. And within seconds it's gone. Now we're going to move on to the press side. Now we've finished the quad juice. You can see already before I've even pressed, we have a substantial amount of juice already. What I'm going to do now is turn the grinder off, turn the speed control down, and then obviously we're going to turn the hydraulics on with the blue light indicating that they're obviously the power to the hydraulics. We also have the hydraulic control speed dial for really giving it precise, slow pressing. So I'm just going to go for a nice slow. Really slow press, just to really push as much juice out as we can. Since the launch of the Bio, we've had really good feedback. Many businesses across the UK, London, Brighton, we've sold quite a few units already, even some factories in London. And all the time we're getting feedback, we're changing our design. We're listening to the feedback, we're changing it, we're improving it. You'll also notice now, as in the press cycle, like I said before, the grinder is now, there's no power to the grinder, which means no aluminum cells. Just speed up the press slightly. Plenty of juice, still pouring at the bottom here. I think we're reading, so we're about 8 litres already. You can see already we're at basically 1500 psi. The Bio is gives the most amount of pressure on the market. It can actually operate up to 2000 psi, which is basically beats any other machine on the market today. Now approaching 2000 psi, and you can see already that the juice yield is even higher than it was a few minutes ago. So after a few presses, we're now, you can see already, we are now at 12 litres of juice from the tray that you saw at the beginning. 12 litres from that tray. Now the press is finished, I'd just like to point out that when you retract the pressing plates, there's no need to worry about ripping the bag as it has a set. It will just stop when it's fully retracted. And obviously that's fully retracted. Now we turn the hydraulics off, and obviously we've got 12 litres there. And I'm sure it's going to taste absolutely lovely. Very earthy. Lovely. If you want to find out more information about the Bio cold press juicer, it has the same website at www.biocoldpressjuicer.com.